Question number 6 says make a table and write an explicit formula to represent the amount of money in the machine for any given number of customers. So instead of looking at the pieces of candy, now we're looking at the amount of money. And so I typed in a phrase here back from the very beginning of the task that will help us with this. And that's the sentence that it says, every time a child inserts a quarter, 7 candies come out. So let's start with our table. So let's create our table. And remember, when we make a table, we need to make sure that we're labeling our columns, so our independent and our dependent variables. Our table wants to represent the amount of money for the machine for the number of customers. So again, our independent variable is going to be that number of customers. So we'll do number of customers. And then we will also do our dependent variable, which is going to be the amount of money in the machine. So we'll label this one amount of money in the machine. And then we want to label those with our variables. So let's do the number of customers. We could still do C. The amount of money in the machine, we can use M for money. So we can do M of, C. So if we have 0 customers, the amount of money we will have in the machine is 0. Then if we can take a look at maybe doing up to 5 customers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So when we talk about every time a child inserts a quarter is 25 cents. So we can go ahead and say that after 1 customer, the machine should have a quarter, or 25 cents. So we can label this as 0.25. And then after 2 customers, a quarter plus another quarter would give us 50 cents. So this would be 0.50. And then if we add another quarter to that, we would get 75 cents. If we add another quarter to that, we'll get $1. And another quarter, we'd get $1.25. So we can visualize this by thinking to ourselves that each time we're adding 0.25 to get from one to the next. And so in this case, we want to just do our explicit formula. So our explicit formula, we could start with our M of C. And that's going to be equal to what we started with, which is 0. And then we're adding that 0.25 each time. And since we're starting our table at 0, that means our 0 and our number of 0.25s are going to be exactly the same. So we're adding this 0.25, the same number as we have customers. So we get M of C is equal to, 0 plus 0.25C. And then we can actually simplify this. So 0 plus this 0.25C is the same thing as saying M of C is equal to 0.25 times C. And I would take either one of these. If you look to simplify it, that's great. If not, you can leave it with the 0 there for now.